Hey, what's going on, social media world? All right, so I wanted to tell you a couple of cool ways that you can use a couple of cool Google apps. All right, Google has a Googleplex of apps, but we're going to talk about two today: Google Drive, Google Music. Let's go. All right, so one cool thing about Google Drive is what I do, and it's cool, is I will rip my DVDs to the computer and load those DVDs onto Google Drive because Google Drive has the ability to stream on your device. Whatever device has the Google Drive app, you can actually stream the video. I'm assuming if it's encoded in a compatible way, but you can stream that video from your Google Drive straight onto that device. And I think that's really cool because that way, I have my own DVD collection, and it's like I'm creating my own personal database of Netflix stuff or my own personal database of Hulu stuff. Like literally, like one main reason that I was watching Hulu is for Daria. Honestly, I love Daria, and I'm an '80s baby. I can't help it. But I look on Amazon, and I could buy literally the whole season for like $9 on Amazon and just upload it to my Google Drive and stream it down from my Google Drive. So anyway, that's like a cool way to use the Google Drive. In addition to that, you can also pin the videos to the mobile device, be it the phone, be it your iPad, whatever. And that's cool because that way you don't have to worry about streaming. And, if you have a less than the best stream signal, then, or less than the best phone signal, like for data, you don't have to worry about the video not coming through and breaks in the video and stuff like that because of the streaming issue. And you can just pin it to the device, and then it's on your device. And then when you're ready to play it, boom, it's there. And I think that's really cool. I think that's good use of Google Drive. Google Drive gives you about 15 gigabytes of space. And for me, I've been uploading TV shows, and the longest TV show that I upload was it was probably Mad TV. I'm not gonna lie. I think those shows are 45 minutes, and it takes up about 100 megabytes, 150 megabytes. I don't do the highest quality video just so I can get as much space as possible, but it still looks good. So anyway, 16 gigabytes, 15 gigabytes is definitely a relevant amount of space that Google provides. So that's really cool. Second, I wanted to talk about the Google Music app. Now, with the Google Music app, you have you get 20,000 songs. And some people, their music collection is already over 20,000 songs. And if I saved every song from every single one of my CDs, my music collection might be over 20,000 songs. But when I started making MP3s from my CDs, '80s baby, I can't help it, I'm CD generation. But when I started converting my CDs to MP3s, I wouldn't always save every song on the CD, so it's not like I have this huge collection of stuff. Like I'd save a few songs here and there. If it's a CD I really like, maybe I'd save the whole thing. But anyway, all of that to say, for me, 20,000 songs is actually really good because like my whole collection is like 8,000, maybe 9,000 songs. Now, granted, like I said, I haven't converted everything, but right now I'm up to like 9,000 songs on the Google Drive. And here's another benefit of Google Music. And here's another benefit of Google Music. I know I'm like pointing in your face, like for no reason. Sorry. But another benefit of Google Music is you can pin your songs to your phone. And this is relevant because people have mentioned the fact, and I'm one of those people who has a phone that does the same thing, that it will play a song, and after like one or two songs, it'll get caught in some kind of infinite loop where it can't go to the next song, and it'll start playing the song again, but it'll play it like real choppy and stupid and stuff. And a workaround around that is to pin the song to the phone. Songs that are pinned to your phone don't have to deal with that. Now, of course, you don't want to pin your whole collection to the phone, but you can create different playlists, and Google creates some excellent instant playlists, honestly. Like, I've picked some songs and been like, Google, create a playlist, and I have been just in love with the songs that it picks for the playlist. So Google does an excellent job of creating playlists. And in addition to that, like I said, pin the song to the phone, and you don't even have to worry about that issue. I think what the issue is, because it's my understanding as I was reading more about it, they're like, Google doesn't even consider it to be an issue that they're going to bother fixing. I think it's an issue with phones that are running older versions of Android, because I had a Verizon phone for work that I had to give up. But my old Verizon phone for work, it worked completely fine with Google Music. But my personal Sprint phone for Google Music didn't really, it had that same issue. But I've seen people with other Sprint phones and it works fine. So it's not like it's an issue with the carrier. So I realized it's probably just an issue with the operating system, if that's what it's called. Yeah, operating system. So I think it's people with the newer Androids that it works fine on it. Oh, that's, I guess I could have compared, but I don't know. But again, Google doesn't think it's an issue. But a workaround, as it's called for it, is to just pin the songs that you really like to the phone. And when you're done with them, unpin them from the phone. They don't take up that much space. Google Music does a pretty good job pinning songs at a good enough quality and a quick speed. And by good enough, I mean like really good quality. Like Google Music, good. Google Music is good. So anyway, and also one thing that I like about Google Music, crap, this is a long video, I'm sorry y'all, is the fact that phones seem to be going away from giving you memory cards. And I was talking with a phone salesperson about it, and he was like, yeah, phones seem to be going away from memory cards. He's like, but Samsung and stuff like that, Samsung will still sort of give you the memory card, and he was pretty confident that Samsung wasn't going to get rid of it. But I would just see these phones that come out without the memory card, like the iPhone and the One, what is that, HTC One, stuff like that, all coming out without memory card slots. And I'm like, why are we not putting memory card slots? Because clearly we know how to do it. We have the technology to do it. We just don't do it. And then I thought about it, and I realized that the reason they don't put the reason that there is a benefit in not putting memory cards on phones is if you want to sell a phone, there are a couple of benefits. One is probably just the fact that, memory cards perhaps have a greater chance of introducing, I don't know, viruses to the phone, stuff like that. So maybe that's, the altruistic reason to not put memory card slots on phones, because we don't want people to introduce viruses to their phones. But realistically, I think it's kind of like Apple's approach in that they can then turn around and release a 16 gigabyte, a 32 gigabyte for like $100 more, a 64 gigabyte for like $400 more. And if they put a memory card slot on the phone, they would be stupid for doing that, because everybody would just get the 16 gigabyte and then add the difference in a memory card. So that's why phone companies are moving away from the whole memory card thing, in my opinion. That's my thinking on it. So anyway, all of that to say, Google Music helps make it easier to make that transition, because of the fact that I know for me, my issue is the fact that I'd keep all of my music on the memory card, and I'd be like, well, I won't be able to get my music on the new phone. But with Google Music, all my music is stored in the cloud, and I can just stream the music down or pin it to the phone whenever I want it, and unpin it from the phone whenever I don't want it. So that makes it pretty cool. All right. It's a long enough video, basically. But yeah, those are some cool ways to use Google Drive and Google Music. They're both really cool apps. Hope that helps you all. All right. Peace. Be blessed.